Hello folks, this is Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing here in Dallas, Texas. Happy Thanksgiving. Actually, it's after Thanksgiving. I hope all of you had a great time with your loved ones, your family. Thank you for the beautiful comments below some of my videos lately and wishing me a happy Thanksgiving. I love all of you. Don't shoot the messenger, but I want to talk about a machine that I've been playing with for about 2 weeks now. I've got somewhere around 30 to 40 hours of working time under my belt with this machine. It happens to be a long throw 21 millimeter polisher, much like the Rupes, much like the Griots, much like the Torx. I want to talk about this one here because, folks, I found a machine for $162 that really is impressing me. And I know I talked about the Torx, I know I talk about the Griots, I know I talk about the Rupes. We're really starting to get into a price range that might be more appropriate for a lot of people, especially those that might be on a budget. But I want to talk about, this is a machine made by Shurhold. Shurhold is a company down in Florida, I believe. They're in the marine industry. They've been in the marine industry since 1972 or 1971, so they've been in business for a long time. In fact, some of their products are actually distributed on AutoGeek. AutoGeek doesn't carry this polisher from the Shurhold line, but they do carry some of their other products. They're well known is what I'm trying to say here. They've been in business for a long time. They've got a reputation to keep. They have a 21 millimeter long throw polisher, and it comes, I want to show you this case because it's kind of impressive. For $162, I can't believe they threw a case in it because I spent over $400 for a Rupes, didn't get a case. I spent almost $400 with my Griots, I didn't get a case, and I paid almost $300 for my Torx machine, and that didn't come with a case. But Shurhold gives you a case. Inside this case for the polisher, you're going to find a D handle, which is nice. If you want to put a D handle on the machine, cool, knock yourself out. I'm not a fan of them. Also comes with a set of replacement brushes, which is nice. Very easy to access on the side of the machine, the brushes. It also comes with a little manual, which is kind of cool. It's got some instructions on how to use it, how to do your crosshatch pattern. Very user-friendly. I give Shurhold 2 thumbs up for making a really well formatted manual for their polisher. It's great. It also comes with an Allen key to be able to remove the backing plate. This machine, the Shurhold 3500 Professional Dual Action Polisher by Shurhold, comes with a 6-inch backing plate, so it's got an Allen key to be able to replace that backing plate. I actually like 5-inch backing plates with 5.5-inch pads, so I used my Boss 5-inch backing plate on this machine. Fits absolutely beautifully, but it comes with an Allen key. Also, you got some bolts so you can put the D handle into the machine. It's great. Let me get this out of the way because that's not really the important stuff, right? Scott, how does this thing work? How does it perform versus all the other long throw polishers out there? Well, let's talk about this thing. Some of you guys may be aware of a polisher that a lot of our European detailers are using. It's called the DAS 6 Pro Plus. Folks, this is the closest thing I can find in the United States to a DAS 6 Pro Plus. The DAS 6 Pro Plus is actually Chinese made. It's a knockoff of the Rupes, and let's be honest, most of them are. Even the Griots machine, although they designed and engineered it, they took the inspiration and the format from Rupes. But this machine here is a knockoff made in China, just like the DAS 6 Pro Plus. The only thing that's different with this versus the DAS 6 Pro Plus that those guys are using over in Europe, the speed dial is right on the center here, right by your thumb on top of the machine. The DAS 6 Pro Plus has the speed dial on the side, much like a flex machine. Also interesting to state here, it's got a very Rupes type of look to it, to the head here, right above the pad. But the rear end, the handle, the trigger, is very flex-like. This is very much like a flex tool. It has, the trigger feels very much like flex. The locking button is very much like flex. So it's a hybrid. It's kind of like a Rupes on the top here and a flex towards the rear, and so is the DAS 6 Pro Plus. What I'm going to do here, guys, is put some, I've got a yellow foam polishing pad by Griots on here from their Boss system. I'm going to shake up some Sonax Perfect Finish. This happens to be my favorite polish. I know some of you were going, what, Scott? You told us about your polishes. Folks, we haven't really gotten anywhere. I want to start talking about some really high-grade professional products. And Sonax Perfect Finish happens to be one of my favorite polishes, if not, but it comes at a cost. It is expensive. So here I go. I'm going to pat this kind of out, right, like we all do when we use these things. I'm going to set it on speed 1.5 to spread out my product. Also worth noting, a lot of long throw polishers have what we call soft start. So when you squeeze the trigger, it kind of starts off slowly to get up to your speed setting that you have on the dial. This motor here by Shurhold, or this polisher, has what I would call, I've got a lot of experience with AC and DC motors. It's almost like a load delay. What happens is when you squeeze this trigger, it doesn't really do anything for about a second, and then also all of a sudden it ramps up to its speed pretty quickly to whatever speed you have on the dial. So it will look like this. So there you go. I'll spread out my Sonax Perfect Finish that I absolutely love. Can't wait to make videos about it because I've got some tricks with this stuff. Now I'm going to turn it up to speed 5. Scott, why are you turning it up to speed 5? Because most of us using long throw polishers, especially 21 millimeters, are really going to be around speed 5 or speed 4 when we're using a compound to remove defects. Yes, I'm using Sonax here just as our Perfect Finish as a way to have something on the panel. But I'll run it on speed 5 so you guys can hear this and see its level of noise, its vibration. Then I'll tell you my experience with it. So there you go, speed 5. Its vibration is low. Here's something that's very important. A lot of us are grading all these aftermarket or imitation Rupes by its vibration. Now Rupes has the smoothest, lowest vibration long throw polisher out there, but that's not the biggest part of the story. That's not the big picture. All of these machines, whether it be the Shurhold 3500, the Griot's G15 or the G21 or the Torx 22D, they are all low vibration motors. I've used rotaries for a long time. I've used dual action polishers that have been out longer than most of you may have been doing paint correction. Those machines have vibrated the heck out of me over the years. All of these long throws are exceptional as far as vibration is concerned. They're very smooth. The Shurhold, which is very interesting, does have a little bit more vibration than any of them, and I think I know why. Because most of these knockoffs are imitation Rupeses, whatever you want to call them, they're 900 watt motors. This particular Shurhold actually does something better than all of them. It actually takes that 900 watts and transfers it to the pad exceptionally well. A lot of power at the pad, so you're going to feel that a little bit. This is like a V8, a souped up, powered up V8 versus the Rupes, so you're going to feel a little bit of vibration, but it's so insignificant, folks. It's not going to beat you up and you're going to be tired doing the vehicle. The other thing that's so great about this machine versus all of them, this will stall far less. If you come across the body line or a curve, an edge on the panel, it will not stall like the Griot's, like the Torx 22D, or nowhere near as much as the Rupes. This thing is exceptional as far as power. For $162, it may be worth it even for those people who love the Rupes. Guess what? I own a Rupes. I love it. I like it. But it's got some nice pros, but it's got a lot of cons. This is a great machine for some of you guys to be able to have like a backup polisher if you want. For $162, how can you go wrong? It will remove defects just like Rupes. Very well balanced. It's about 6.5 pounds. It's very smooth operating, very user friendly. It's got more power than the Rupes. It might be worth it. The other thing worth mentioning is the power cord that comes out of this is 20 feet long. One of the longest I've seen out of a dual action polisher, which might be nice if you're working in a brick and mortar shop or you have a car in the garage and you've got outlets on both sides of the vehicle. You will not need an extension cord with this thing, so that's pretty nice. I also want to state that this machine comes with a 1-year guarantee. Guess what? Just like the Rupes, just like the Torx 22D, Griot's probably has the best, well, not probably, they do. They have the best warranty out of all the long throw polishers. But my next question is going to be to you. I paid $162 for this. I paid over $400 for my Rupes. Is the Rupes $200 to $240 better than this machine? The answer is no. Is it smoother? Yes. Does it have a nice Italian fit finish to it? Yes. Does it remove defects better than this Shurhold for $162? No, it does not. They both perform rather well. In fact, the Shurhold is better because it doesn't stall as much as the Rupes. Sometimes we have to see the bigger picture. I'm not telling you to throw your Rupeses out. Don't. Fine machine. But there's plenty of pros and cons. And for those on a very tight budget who want to get into the long throw polisher market, but you don't have $200, $300, $400 to spend, take a look at this polisher. If you go to Shurhold's website, they'll sell it for $299. There's a lot of resellers. Just Google Shurhold 3500 polisher. You'll find a bunch of resellers, marine companies that sell these polishers for Shurhold, and I found it. I'll try to find the website and tell you guys about it. For $162, you get a nice machine, lots of power, 6-inch backing plate, the bag, the D handle, extra brushes, a nice manual. Folks, this is, in my opinion, I got about 30 or 40 hours worth of time with it. Really, really nice machine. Did really nice wonders for me these last couple of weeks. The overall quality, again, I haven't used it for years. It's very much like the Dash 6 Pro Plus. I think the quality is there. I think Shurhold made sure they were using a Chinese company that wouldn't ruin their reputation. Folks, I love it. It's worth looking at. For $162, how can you go wrong? When you use this machine for long periods of time, it doesn't get hot. It's not annoying. Very easy to grab it by its body. It's not too thick. It's not too thin. It's got the lock button for you. Really, really nice design, just like the Dash 6 Pro Plus. I think it's worth having in your arsenal, especially a spare for you Rupes lovers. And I love my Rupes, but I like the fact that I've been able to find something that gives me a return on investment so quickly, gives me really, really nice results. And for some of you on a tight budget, this might be a nice machine for you to have. Now, when it comes to long throw polishers like Rupes, there's a lot of people who talk about, hey, you got to do a washer mod with this. This machine here, what I did is I actually made my own washer mod, put it between the backing plate and the spindle inside the machine, and I have no touching on the shroud. I've got plenty of free spin here. I did not have to grind down or cut the dust shield on this thing. It seems to be appropriate. And my Boss backing plate and my Torx backing plate fit on this thing absolutely beautiful. No problems with it. Guys, what a nice machine for $162. I don't know how you can go wrong. Don't shoot the messenger. I love all of you. Talk to you soon.